are back. Smoke and Mirrors, episode 53. As you can see, only one of us are currently present in the studio. This is the vaccinated episode. This is the lockdown Larrys out here giving you the news from all different locations.
This is
Been
that
upset
Sydney
about this?
fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I know. Live from lockdown.
I know, man.
Sunday night.
Jesus.
Hey, fellas, eat your grapes. But no, we love that, big dogs. We all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good, man. I got sick on Friday, right? So I was had to go for a COVID test. So after like standing in line for an hour, I like got it done, right? And the guy sits me down and he gets the Q-tip out, and then he sticks it right down my throat, like almost rams it. And I was like just naturally gag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he pulls out, and there's too much saliva on there. So the Oues starts flicking the saliva back in my mouth.
That's fucking disgusting.
Oh, fuck.
Why would he do that?
And then proceeds to, and I don't know, but then he proceeds to like take his time with my nose as well. So he like gave it like, I don't know, maybe 5 circles in each before he finished up that test.
Maybe
I felt that one.
Maybe that was cunty that you just fucking gagged.
Fucking badly. He's looking for that gag reflex. I went and pause. I went and got one done in my area, and like the girls were really, really nice and everything, and she's like, you know, she only like put it in my nose, paused like, you know, a little bit, and she only did one nostril. So that was really, really good, and yeah, she was really nice and everything, and yeah.
Jesus, no,
it was like really relaxed in there, man.
That's mad.
Yeah, they went on like just panic mode. Oh my god!
That's good. How you going there, BD? You well? I said, are you well?
Yeah, good. Living.
Yeah.
I was just chilling out, man.
This is
Sorry, big dog, you go.
This is the sickest I've been in a while, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I still feel fucked up today.
It's just one of those things, man. Fucking, you get like real sick once every 2 years. That's me, man. And I'm just like doggedly sick, just in bed. Just like,
doggedly.
Like, I'm kind of glad it's school holidays and I don't have to do like the 8 a.m. wake up and everything, but it's just like, you just feel it in your body.
I know, it's time, man. But moving into this streaming news, it's an exciting piece of material for us is that Amblin and Netflix have set a deal for Amblin to release multiple films per year through Netflix. Now, this is really exciting. I fucking love, like, anything, well, not anything that Amblin puts out, but I really enjoy the company, and I love the films that are set within that time as well. So this is a pretty big deal for Netflix as well. Do you reckon this is the biggest deal that they've had recently?
Probably, because, I mean, they have had some big ones with Skydance and Universal. DreamWorks as well have also, like, you know, started using them to launch, like, their animated films and that. But Amblin, like, their future films, they might be in that mid-budget range, but their past catalog, their back catalog is massive.
Yeah.
Like, if Netflix were to utilize that to then, okay, I'm making like an E.T. fucking animated show or something like that. Be huge. They've already got Camp Cretaceous on there.
Yeah.
So it could be like big business.
Yeah. Do you think it's just because Universal? Because I mean, you know, historically, what's his face? Spielberg has always released his films or most of his films through Universal. Do you think it's just because they don't have a streaming service just yet? That they could be like, hey, we'll give you this deal for the next couple of years until we can set things in motion, and then bang, we'll release our streaming service.
Probably, because I think Universal's film slate was too big, and they couldn't fit these extra productions that Amblin had in.
Yeah.
So then, for them to do that, they needed to go to Netflix to say, "Hey, carry the load."
Share the load. Pause. Just Gandalf just busting all over fucking Sam and yeah.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So we got Bryan Cranston and Annette Bening. So they've signed on to do this new show at Paramount Plus called Jerry and Marge Go Large. Large Marge. All right. So this one is it's a remake, yeah? Is this the remake?
No, this isn't the remake. This is an original
Original story?
original piece.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is about this couple that they secretly find out this way to sort of win the lottery, right? And the lottery is $27 million. And they use this money to sort of help the town and whatnot that they're in.
Yeah.
This sounds pretty
They
cool,
find a
man.
loophole.
Yeah, it's a loophole. So it's almost like that Lucky Numbers movie, but they're not nefarious. They're actually helping people.
They're the Robin Hood.
There's no weird head Travolta in this one. But yeah, this is a comedy series though. So, I mean, this I would have thought Bryan Cranston and Annette Bening signing on to this would have been like, you know, some sort of serious sort of matter. But no, this is a comedy series. So we'll see what they bring.
Cranston, like, he can do the comedy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I know he can, and so can Annette Bening. You know, I always think of that Sopranos episode, and where he's Kevin Slattery instead of Tony. You know, when Uncle June shoots him, and he's having those those weird dreams. But in one of the episodes, Annette Bening's in there, right? And she's like someone's date or something like that. It's the councilman's date, and he's like in this weird dream state, and he's like looking around because he knows that he's still Tony, and Carmela's there, and he just leans over and he's like, "Are you Annette Bening?" She's like, "Yeah." I love it.
So J.J. Abrams still in his superhero bag. He's producing a show called Madame Xanadu. So Madame Xanadu is a part of the Justice League Dark. So on this one, we'll get Angela Robinson writing. So they're looking for potential. Sorry,
and producing.
And producing. So they're looking to cast someone that could play Madame Xanadu in this show, and also in a potential Justice League Dark team-up production later on. I don't think there's
it's not much meat to this story.
If they do not play Olivia Newton-John's fucking Xanadu at the start of the movie, I'm sorry, but that whole movie got to be scrapped. There's got to scrap it, the whole thing. It's like Australian royalty, man. Xanadu.
A jam.
It's a vibe.
Bop, if you would say.
Have you guys heard of Kid Bops before?
No.
So Kid Bops is like a whole ass channel where they take all the hip hop that you can think of and essentially like child version it so that kids can listen to it.
Wow. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's trash.
I do like it when they do it the other way and you get like the Little John version of that Cooking Mama show or whatever.
What? It's the easy way to make a pretty cake. What?
I'm seeing how it's like, the 25th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. I need to listen to the Kids Bop version of Reasonable Doubt now.
Delego.
Call it
I know.
that SoundCloud link I sent through. So that DJ Mattman guy plays the J version and then plays the sample that he
It's
used
amazing.
and then plays the next song and then plays the sample.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. So good.
Ooh.
But moving on to our next piece. So prior to the Halo TV series being the Halo TV series, it was the film. Now it's being aired on Paramount Plus. So back in 2019, Carl Killen said he needed a second showrunner. And with that, he was like, I needed someone just on the ground in Budapest so I could focus on doing the scripting and all the writing and things like that. So he hires Steve Kane. This guy was known for like The Last Ship and The Close-Up. And he was like, cool, I'll be the second showrunner. And then shortly after Kane was announced, Carl Killen actually departed the series. This was back in late 2019. And then Kane was the sole fucking showrunner now. But now, reports are coming through that after the first season wraps filming, which is in the next few weeks in Budapest, Kane's also reportedly leaving the fucking series as well. So now, we're fucking showrunnerless, and we don't know where the fuck we're going to go with this. But yeah.
That's wild.
Seems pretty fucked up. Yeah. It sounds like this is just a cursed-ass show, man. Like, what the hell is going on?
It also sounds like they're all just holding on until they get, like, the next showrunner, and then they're like, you're on your own.
No gipsies, backsies.
I see it like, what's his face? Like James Woods in Scary Movie 2, and he's like, fuck this. It just runs out the room.
Badly.
That's what it feels like, man. Like, there needs to be a break for this Halo TV series, because I want it to be good, because Halo was a big part of, like, my fucking childhood with the first Xbox coming out as well.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. If they do it right, they've got a franchise that they can mine for years to come.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Each game, they
like,
could probably get like 2 seasons out of.
it's not just cheap as well, you know what I mean? You can follow those ODST guys, you can follow some of the other guys.
Yeah. Or
Like there's so much lore now for Halo.
fucking oath. And you can get like Mike Coulter's character as well.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Be sweet Christmasing it the whole fucking time.
If you're laying in the cut too long.
Fucking badly.
Alright, they're bad.
Laying in the
Like,
cut.
they need... Oh, I was going to say, they need to do a Reach series, though.
Fuck yeah.
Like, that's
Fuck
what they
yeah.
need to do. Just do one season where it's
season.
just
Yeah.
Reach.
If they
Beautiful.
kind of did that, like where they took a year off because they were gonna change things and sort of make it bigger, so they could have like 2
Yeah.
years. They should do Reach in between. Fire.
Just
Fuck.
ODST
Fuck.
movie, man. Just straight up ODST movie.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Even if they did that, like concurrent storylines that are just running parallel to each other, that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah, because we see what the chief. We're obviously going to see what the chief's doing, and that's where I would like to spend most of my time. But all these other smaller groups of soldiers, we need that story as well. And those stories you can pump out in a 2-hour movie, 2.5-hour movie. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right, Bado. That's it for streaming news.
Yeah.
But it is time to fan the hammer.
Gunshot, 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 gunshot.
So these are just the details that we've gotten. So do your worst. So.
Alrighty. So, fan the hammer, we got Seinfeld to star and direct Unfrozen about the invention of Pop-Tarts. Nice little edible series there for you to chew on. Fucking Smallville animated series in the works at hbomax with Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum on board. Netflix plans an LA Lakers comedy series. We have, can't say his name now, Joaquin Phoenix and Rooney Mara to join Lynn Ramsey's new film Polaris. We have Jack Houston to star in Count of Monte Cristo remake. That's set in the US and Asia to be directed by Stephen Fund of Wu Assassins. We got Interview with the Vampire series, which has been ordered. We have David Fincher's The Killer to start shooting in November in Paris. Laurie Holden, fine piece of ass, joins the boys. Robert Pattinson and Colin Farrell set for the Batman reshoots. Borderlands movie wraps, and we see Claptrap for the first time in excellent fashion as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson White cast as Jude Crandall in the Pet Sematary prequel, soon to be seen in Ambulance from Michael Bay as well. Shout out. Harrison Ford injured on the set of Indiana 5, much like he was on Indiana fucking 4, as well as Expendables 2. Man keeps
And Star
getting
Wars.
injured.
Too fucking
Yeah.
old, that's why.
We have ScarJo to produce Tower of Terror movie for Disney. Not too sure if she'll star just yet, but she is in there to direct. We also have Sophie Turner to cameo in Thor 3. Tobey Maguire, Olivia Wilde, Spike Jonze, and Phoebe Tonkin have joined Damien Chazelle's Babylon.
Diggs.
Matthew Robinson to write the Rogue Squadron film. Nice. Dune and Many Saints of Newark have been pushed back, unfortunately.
3 weeks each.
We have We have Rachel Ziegler of West Side Story. She'll now play Snow White, with the film directed by Mark Webb. And lastly, Naomi Ackie to lead Pussy Island.
Pussy.
I wonder if they're going to say something about wet and gushy. Yeah.
If that isn't the theme song for that first fucking trailer, I don't want
No way.
And that's it for fanning that hammer. Pause.
Very nice there, BD.
Gunshot. All right. So we're going to start off with our film news there.
Yep.
So Shailene Woodley and Jack Whitehall have joined this movie called Robots. Right. So it's from the Borat writer. So this one revolves around so this gold digger and this guy need to chase down the robot versions of themselves that have actually fallen in love together.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Jack Whitehall's going to be like a full
good.
womanizer.
I love
Jesus.
it. Jack Whitehall does that show on Netflix, yeah? Where he just takes his dad around places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because his dad's almost like Ricky Gervais's mate, who's never really been anywhere.
Yeah.
Fuck, that guy's hilarious, man. And the premise for that show was just amazing. I don't know how someone greenlit that. I want to record my mate experiencing all these things for the first time.
Wasn't it like Idiots Travels Abroad or something like that? He eats the egg.
Yeah.
I think he's in China, and he eats the egg with the chicken still in there.
The Philippines.
Yeah, it's filler. Yeah.
He's in the Philippines, and he's in China, and he's amazed because they have those squat toilets. So it's literally just a hole that you squat over.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I can't go here. I just can't go here." It's bad, man.
That's wild.
But they just torture that poor bastard.
No way. His reactions
you just see
are the
Ricky
best.
in the back. You see Ricky in the back just laughing, killing himself laughing. I love it.
So we got a new movie by the legend Walter Hill, director of The Warriors.
Wow.
I know. I couldn't believe he's coming back. So he's directing this movie called Dead for a Dollar, and he wrote it as well. So it's going to star Christoph Waltz and Willem Dafoe. So Christoph Waltz is going to be a bounty hunter, right? And this guy comes to him and he's like, "Hey, this African American soldier," because it's set in 1897, right? This African American soldier has stolen my wife. I need you to go kill him and retrieve her. So Waltz sets out, and when he gets to this bar, he actually finds Willem Dafoe, and Dafoe is like his rival. And they always try one up each other. Anyways, Waltz also finds the African American soldier who's actually in love and in a relationship with the woman he's apparently kidnapped. So then Waltz has to make this decision whether he brings them both back, or he fucking or he lets them be. So it's his moral dilemma. I'm liking the sound of this.
Wow. Knowing it's Walter Hill as well, there's going to be some action in this movie.
Fuck yeah. Western action, too.
And really well done action, too.
Yeah, I'm excited for
That's
this one.
kind of a little bit exciting, though. What I'm hoping that they do have that rivalry, Waltz and Defoe.
Yeah.
Because that'd be good to see on the screen, especially with those two. Yeah.
Because Defoe can kind of play anything, for me. Anyways, same with Christoph Waltz. And the shit that they're going to bounce off each other, I think is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Big Kev over here.
I'm excited, mate.
Big Kev.
Fucking Huey's Cooking Adventures.
Fucking Huey, that dirty bastard, would use the dirtiest towels to wipe off the plates and whatnot.
The dirtiest
and
was
then
when
eat
he
off
used
those
the
plates.
same towel to wipe his moustache.
Got sweaty, that guy.
I was gonna say, like, it was the same towel. Fucking 18 seasons of the shit on the same fucking shoulder. I'm pretty sure that is just stained. He's got a dent in his
Disgusting.
fucking arm from it. So, we got Jake Gyllenhaal and Vanessa Kirby to star in this new survival thriller, Suddenly. So this is based on a novel by Isabella Tissier called Suddenly Souls. And it's based on this couple who have this dream journey to go to this island in the South Atlantic. But then all this shit goes down and they're stranded on this island. And now they got to figure out how to get off there. So apparently there is a narrative for this besides the book. And it's just like, it's the analytics of, like, you know, the dynamics of a relationship stripped of all the modern artifices. So Gyllenhaal's a really good pick for this as well, because that guy, like Defoe, I reckon he can do anything. So I'm excited to hear about this
Vanessa
as well.
Kirby is also
But
the
it
shit.
sounds interesting.
Fuck yeah. What is that movie that she was in on Netflix?
Very true.
Was it a Netflix movie or was it something else? The one where she got the Oscar nom.
Fuck. I don't know, actually.
It's supposed to be amazing, that movie.
I haven't watched that. The only thing that I've watched her in is Hobbs and Shaw and Mission Impossible Fallout.
I kind of hope she's back for the next Mission
I
Impossible.
think she is. We shall see.
Mm.
We shall see.
I like her. All right, so the news out of what's his face's camp, Bonaventura's camp, is Transformers 7 has finally got a little title there, and it's going to be called Transformers: Rise of Beasts. Yeah. So this one, it'll include the Predacons and Maximals and Terracons. I have no idea what a Terracon is, by the way. I know what a Maximal is, so that's like Optimus Primal and all them guys. Yeah,
they're the good guys.
Optimus Prime was like he was like a big old fucking gorilla. It was wild. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how this one's gonna sort of pan out because, I mean, they tried this shit with the rise of the one with Marky Mark in China.
Age of Extinction.
Yeah, and they just like showed them for a little bit. This one does sound like you're going to have multiple Optimuses though, because you've got the full G1 Optimus Prime. They're saying, which is my Optimus Prime. I don't know. I don't like that new one. That's my Optimus Prime. Yeah. So I don't know if it's because maybe they will include multiple primes because there are multiple primes.
Yeah, and they're going to be rolling around in 94.
94, yeah.
So it's going to be set in that Bumblebee
Which is cool.
timeline.
Thank God.
After 87, but they, like, this is the thing that worries me, right? They were like, we're going to take the heart and soul of Bumblebee. This is what Bonaventura said. He said, we're going to take the heart and soul of Bumblebee, and then we're going to stick that into a big old action movie with some more of that Michael Bay action.
Fuck that.
I was like, you kind of had the formula right with Bumblebee. Don't fuck with it.
Who directed Bumblebee?
Travis Knight. So he's the
Why the fuck are we not just getting him back and just giving him a bit more money?
So this one's directed by Stephen Caple Jr., the Creed 2-0.
Yeah, it doesn't really blow my skirt
Me
up. If
neither.
it was like if it was bloody what's his face, if it was what's his name, if it was
Ah,
Coog, then I'd be
yeah, of
excited.
course.
But Capel, I don't know, man. Like, I don't even think he got to direct his own movie on Creed.
Probably not.
I think it was heavily influenced by Coog and by Michael B and the studio, obviously, because they wanted
And
a hit.
Sly.
I don't think he got to. I don't think he got to do it.
And Sly jumped in there. Probably gave him some directing
And
tips.
and Sly, obviously.
But you want Sly.
Yeah.
You want Sly to be like, hey, like, try do this. Because he's directed how many of them?
Yeah.
But I don't think anything would change as well with Transformers 7 because Paramount's going to be in Cable Jr.'s ass all the time.
Oh, badly. Can you imagine trying to direct this?
Like a fucking puppet.
Badly,
Rough.
man.
I'm surprised Travis Knight got Bumblebee off, to be honest.
So, but admittedly, that was a smaller budget.
That's where they.
It's not Transformer budgets have been upwards of $200 million for the last 12
It's true.
years, or whatever it is. Like, it's just too much money at the door, man. Too much money, son.
You know what? Good on Cable Jr. If you can fake it till he makes it,
Yeah,
fuck
man.
it. Do it. Have your run, man.
I hope that this allows him to do the film that he wants to make next.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. His style might actually be better for this than Creed, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, his style was very flashy for Creed. Like, yeah, some of the slow mo and all that sort of stuff just didn't work for me.
No, especially coming off the first Creed that Coog did.
Yeah,
It hits a bit differently. Pun. Very much intended. Yeah.
quite a little humdinger there.
What might be a humdinger or might not be a humdinger is this new Dolph Lundgren and Frank Grillo team-up movie called Operation Seawolf. So this is set in the last days of World War II, right? Germany is fucking desperate. They want to have like one last go at the Allies. They send all their U-boats across the Atlantic to try fucking take out New York. That's like one of their targets.
Yeah.
And some of the other coastal cities in America. But it was not our U-boats, but the American U-boats and British forces that helped push them back and stop them. So this one's been directed by Stephen Luke. Yeah. It sounds all right, but when I look at like Dolph Lundgren, like he hasn't been doing the best shit lately. Like it sounds like a DTV movie.
I don't know. Dolph was quite good in what's his face? In obviously Creed 2 again, and Aquaman he wasn't too bad either. So I don't know. I'm just hoping that this is good. I'm hoping that Grillo just sort of is the main.
Yeah.
Really.
Is this the Lundgren Renaissance?
Yeah. Could be his comeback. It's weird because they could have done this movie. They could have done an Aussie film like this, man. Because they actually made it. They made it. Japanese subs made it into Sydney Harbour, man. And they got fucked up there, but still. Like, that's wild, son.
Hands down. But Dave Chappelle, so he showed up at the Radio City Music Hall, held a little hip hop show with some of the fucking greatest names in the business as well.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, I wish I was there. Fucking Fat Joe, Q-Tip, Redman, Talib Kweli, and fucking Dead Prez.
This is a block party all over again, man. It's not fair.
Yeah, and on top of him like having like one of the maddest fucking hip hop performances, he also announces that he has a fucking documentary in the works, just called Untitled: The Dave Chappelle Documentary.
That's not say.
Which is fucking crazy to me.
So, you know, like, what's crazy is that little mini concert that he threw on was half an hour. Any one of those guys could have dropped like a half an hour at least set of all their hits. Yeah.
And that would still be nitpicking hits as well. Like these
and
guys
that documentary, man, like I'm excited for that because that's like going back and documenting all of COVID in Yellow Springs, Ohio, and what makes their city or their town very different in how they actually tackled the pandemic. Because they've got a really cohesive community where they all work together.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was saying it was so natural with him actually reaching out to get this done because, sorry, what's their bloody names? Julia Reichert and Stephen Bogner are like his next door neighbors, and he almost just walked up today.
And they're full
I'm doing this
Academy Award
documentary.
winners.
You guys want to do this with me?
Yeah. He literally just walked around. I love it.
Good, man.
He spoke about it on the Rogan interview. So I'm pretty sure that those little Netflix like the 10-minute spots we've been seeing is from this documentary, right?
Yeah.
So he spoke to Rogan about it, and he was like, for us to do it in Ohio, we had to get the mayor and everyone on board to do this. So they had to organize all of the emergency workers. They had to vaccinate everyone. They had to get everything done. They had to provide masks for people as well, so that people were using the right masks. He didn't want them to come in there with their own masks. That's why everyone had those cool Chappelle show or Chappelle masks. Yeah, that's why everyone had all that shit. Like the safety was like the number one thing on the list for these guys, and they got it done, man. They allowed like people from the community to actually come out during COVID and sort of do something rather than staying home.
I love it.
It was unreal. Yeah, and that's that's just Chappelle putting down for his community, man. He wasn't born there. He wasn't none of that. He loves his community. Yeah, and it's beautiful. If I could move there, I would.
I'd like to go visit.
Oh man,
this is awesome.
But with all this as well, like this whole doco could have been just Chappelle himself, but he's got Kevin Hart here, he's got Chris Rock, he's got all the comedians on top of that.
I think this one he actually got Louis C.K. out too.
Craziest community, man.
Yeah. Louis C.K. was there, Kweli was there, Mose was there, everyone was there, man. All my heroes were there. It's so cool. Yeah. All right. So supposedly announced for a shoot later this year is the Wolf Creek threequel, right? So this one is going to be directed. It's going to be taken over by Rachel Wiggins, who's taking over from Greg McLean, Mr. Clean. So this one sees this American family that goes on their dream trip to Australia. Come out to Australia. It's not like this. All right. That it draws the attention of old Mick, the old serial killer, Mick Taylor, who's extremely Aussie and played by John Jarratt, who isn't really that Aussie in real life. But yeah, the parents get taken, and then the kids, they have two kids with them, and the kids escape, and this sets off this little cat and mouse chase with the old John Jarratt, Mick Taylor, and the kids. So Duncan, how do you say this? His name, Samarising. He penned the script for with McLean and Bianca Martino, and Christian Moliere will produce. And on top of that, we're getting another Aussie sequel to Wog Boy. So Nick Giannopoulos is just a massive celebrity and stand-up here in Australia. He had this movie called Wog Boy. He's done 2 sequels already, and he's doing another one now. Yeah, so this one's going to follow his character after the events of the first film.
20 years later.
20 years later, which is wild, because Nick Giannopoulos, in theory, he should be married to that Aussie girl.
I thought Vince was with the Aussie chick. Or were they both with Aussie chicks? Yeah.
They're both with Aussies,
Which is the real story of every, like,
Yeah.
most immigrants that come out over here will all get into it with Aussies.
Yeah, of course.
What's his
They have
face?
to.
So the Wog Boy movie came, like, halfway. Nick Giannopoulos was writing it, and halfway through, his dad passed away. So I wonder if that changes, like, where the story was going to go and sort of the emotional impact. So it'd be interesting.
His dad's name is Leonidas, man.
Yeah.
This is the coolest thing in the world.
And, like, he was named that before it was cool.
Before it was cool. So his name was Leonidas, based on actual Leonidas. It was King Leonidas.
I'm excited for both of those, man. Those are, like, Wolf Creek is big business overseas. Yeah.
It's huge, eh?
Like, everyone's like, yeah, Wolf Creek. Oh, no. Sorry. Wolf Creek. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. You've seen that Wolf Creek. Is it like that out there in your area? No, mate. It's not. I live in Sydney. All right.
It's not all outback down under.
I know. It's not all kangaroos and koalas, champ.
It might not be all kangaroos and koalas for Alexander Skarsgård. So this new movie by Brandon Cronenberg, son of David Cronenberg, is called Infinity Pool. So this one is like this beautiful resort, right? It's got pools, it's got bars, it's got like shopping centers and shit like that. Everything's kind of self-contained. But then when they go out of the facility, out of the front gates, everything goes fucking wrong. So, like, there's something more sinister outside the gates. Shit sounds all right.
You know what's like this, allegedly? Is Mexico. So in those Mexican resorts and whatnot, like it's picturesque, it's beautiful, it's on the beach, yeah. Just outside of that resort, you go get your head cut off by the fucking cartels. They have the army guarding the fucking resorts over there, man. The same is supposedly said of Jamaica. So Jamaica, you see it and it's beautiful and everything, but that 10-15 minute drive from the airport to the fucking what's his face, you'll see starving kids and everything on the roads. Fucking wild. South Africa is the exact same.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild.
So we got a new film coming out, which is going to be marketed at the Cannes Virtual Market. And it's called Manodrome. I thought this was going to be like a sequel to Videodrome when I saw the title, and I started getting real fucking excited. You look like Manimal. So this one's starring Jesse Eisenberg, Adrian Brody, and Riley Keough. And it's directed by John Trengove. Trengove? Yeah, Trengove. And it's a thriller. And essentially what it is that Eisenberg plays this Uber driver. And he's also an aspiring bodybuilder. And he's inducted into this libertarian masculinity cult. And he just starts going fucking crazy, loses his grip on reality. Because all of his like desires, which he like repressed, are now like awakening. So he just goes through like this fucking crazy stint. And like the most I got from this article, right, reading this about Jesse Eisenberg is, are we going to see like fucking just brolic Jesse Eisenberg? Like, is he going to stay bald and just look like Tank Bezzy as well?
Tank Bezzy? Tank Zuckerberg?
The brolic baby.
That should be that guy's fucking nickname if he ever becomes a boxer.
Fucking
brolic baby Bezzy.
I don't know, man. I can't see Eisenberg just huge, just jacked, man.
Do you reckon it'll be a lot of like bodysuits?
I think he'll do the work and get into shape. Could be like really different for Eisenberg. Could be a different way to kind of look at him. Kind of like when Ed Norton put on muscle for American History X, and then all of a sudden he wasn't that kid in Primal Fear.
My God,
he was a bad, imposing motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even when he changes in Primal Fear, he's not
Nah.
that kid in Primal
That's
Fear.
why he got the nom.
How did Ed Norton not? Well, how did he not win? Who was
I
up?
don't know.
Who was up that year?
That was way back. Yeah.
That was amazing, man. Admittedly, it probably was like fucking Russell Crowe or someone like that
Yeah.
for Gladiator.
I
Yeah,
think Primal Fear was like
Fuck.
maybe 5 years before Gladiator.
True. What do you call it? Interesting, huh? Fucking Eisenberg. Guy always throws me off. Maybe you'll start doing like more action movies like that 30 minutes or less or whatever the fuck was called. Ultra something. American Ultra.
Ultra Marathon, American
Yeah.
Ultra. I don't know, man. I hope he does get jacked, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
He could just be a natty bodybuilder, you know what I mean? So he won't be juiced to the gills, and yeah, he won't need to
True.
get
I'd like to
absolutely
see
huge.
him like actually like change his body type though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's it for that.
Maybe that's why we haven't
True.
seen him in a while.
Maybe.
To be honest, you haven't seen him out in public. I mean, it has been COVID, but you haven't seen him in a while.
That's true. Best supporting actor was Cuba Gooding Jr. for Jerry Maguire. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd take Cuba over that. I'm sorry. That was on the Cuba, like in there is unbelievable. The Cuba won me just on the what's his face scene where he's on the phone in the kitchen. Like that was enough for me. And it wasn't the it wasn't the show me the money, it was the what's his face. It's after when he's dancing to the music like that. It's so cool, man. Because he turns that music down, show me the money, and turns that fucker all the way back up again. I love it. He's so cool, man. But Cruz was nominated that year as well, wasn't he?
Was. But that was Jeffrey Rush that took that one down for Shine. Yeah.
And he deserved that shit too.
Because
straight up Aussie royalty in the building.
Frances McDormand
bitches.
also won that year for Fargo. And Juliette Binoche
Fuck yeah.
came through with The English Patient. So that was, like,
wow, I was gonna say chocolate.
You mean chocolate with Johnny Depp?
Yeah, but we say it's chocolate. It's chocolate.
I love when he comes back though, and he's like, "And I ended up watching chocolate."
It was great. It was good. It was good.
That's it for film news this week. And then we hit this week, and we just got a fuckload of trailers.
Yeah, it's quite an abundance of trailers here.
Like they weren't like little, like artsy ones. They was big.
No.
So we got You go.
So we
Go on, champion.
Go on. Go on. So we got our second the second trailer, so a full trailer for Snake Eyes this week.
Yeah.
Man, this looks good. I've been shitting on Lorenzo and Benzo for this whole episode, but like this actually looks quite good, man. Like I was really surprised by this.
Obviously, I'm going to reserve judgment for when I actually see the movie, but when I first heard about like Snake Eyes as a concept movie that they were going to do, I was like, the fuck are you going to do there? But seeing Henry Golding, seeing Andrew Koji, the shit's just coming together. It's looking good.
Yeah, man. Like for me, the only thing that I wish for me, this is just Ninja Assassin, Ninja Assassin Light, yeah. But for me, if this was R-rated, man, next level. It would have just like come off the page. For me, the first time I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, is Ray Park going to be back? And you were like, nah, it's Henry Golding. I was like, who the fuck is Henry Golding? But now,
I like seeing Golding in these action sequences. Like, the more I'm seeing of like him in
Mm-hmm.
action, the more I'm like, maybe he could be Bond.
Mm.
Know what I mean? Because he
Yep.
looks good
I
doing the
reckon.
action.
Yep. And in The Gentleman, it proved that he can be like sort of that sort of he can tread that bad and good line really, really well, right? So he can be nefarious and he can be charming at the same time as well. Like in that scene with him and McConaughey's wife is like, you can see Bond there.
Even though he's evil as fuck in that room, in that scene.
Yeah, but he's still very charming in that scene. Yeah. But yeah, looks good, man. I'm excited. The next trailer the next trailer we have is The Shrink Next Door.
Yeah. This is the Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd star.
Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Will Ferrell kind of he starts seeing The Shrink, right? And Will Ferrell's extremely stuck in his ways. He's kind of, he looks like fucking who's that? Bob Ross.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like Bob Ross. And then he sees The Shrink, and then The Shrink kind of like sends him off the rails, sort of like opens him up a little bit. And sort of takes him on a journey outside of himself. It looks pretty cool because he's not like your usual Shrink. He's kind of unorthodox. But during
it looks like he
those
starts
glimpses
living
in the
with him
trailer,
and everything.
Yeah. But there's like some glimpses in the trailer of Paul Rudd looking pretty evil as that Shrink.
Yeah.
But it looks good.
It looks good though. I like it. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
What do you call it? You know how you said Bob Ross for Will Ferrell? For me, he looks like he could have been Woody Harrelson's brother in Carnage.
He does have that hair.
We also got the next trailer for Suicide Squad as well. This fucking looks alright, man. I'm so fucking pumped for this movie. Like, we got some new scenes included, but it was still some of, like, you know, the regular stuff too. Idris being a bad motherfucker as well. So good, man.
Yeah.
Idris being responsible for putting Superman in the hospital for shooting him with a kryptonite bullet. I like it. I really like it.
Because someone on IG was like, "Is this how they're going to recast Henry Cavill? Because Superman would have his face reconstructed, and like they could just recast him that way." And then Gunn was like, "Is this really a rumor? Please tell me it's true."
It's crazy though, because they wouldn't even be able to fix Superman. You wouldn't be able to use your scalpel. You wouldn't be able to use anything to actually change his face. You wouldn't be able to cut it.
No,
if Superman had if he had a big old chunk of just like, you know, a big cut, and he tried to pull down on that cut and tear it more, nothing would happen.
No. You could lift cars with that cut. You could just put the hooks in there.
It's fucking wild.
You'd have to have kryptonite implements.
Yeah.
And instruments.
To cut it. Yeah.
To cut him.
What fucking killed me in the Suicide Squad was the last scene with Killer Shark. King Shark. Shark?
King Shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, you know, what's his face? Flair is calling out orders, and he's just like, "Bird. I see bird. Get off the comms call." Fucking killed me. Oh, man.
It looks good. And it definitely looks like Idris is having a lot of fun. Because he's like the unofficial leader. I like it.
Jacked in that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
He's so big.
He's looking real good.
Yeah.
They had to get him in the singlet fit.
Oh, yeah. Is he crying in that scene?
Was Ratcatcher?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought
he
as
is,
well. I'd never seen the tear before.
Yeah. He is crying. He must be talking about his daughter or something. because that's what he's. It's weird that they'd use the daughter angle in this one because
Again.
well, it almost feels like it was supposed to be Deadshot.
Yeah.
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 So I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Looks good though.
We got
I'm in.
yeah, it does. I'm all the way in. When is it? October?
August.
November? August? Whew,
A month
thank
away.
God. A month away, man. We got the Annette trailer too.
Yeah.
So this was quite interesting, man, because I didn't watch the first trailer. So I was
Yeah.
like, Annette. I don't know what that is. Whenever I hear Annette, it's always Donnie Brasco. When the what's his face catches fire, the coco
The
bun
chicken.
that he's making. Yeah, and he's like, Annette, Annette. She has to put the fire out. That's all I think of. But this looks damn good, man.
Yeah.
What's his face?
Driver.
Adam Driver. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next level.
I just like to see him. Yeah, just him playing this different character is just like really, really good.
Yeah.
Adam Driver should always be a bad guy.
I was like thinking like it'd be cool to see him in an action movie that isn't Star Wars.
That isn't Star Wars. Yeah. That'd be good, actually.
This guy might be prime material, like for Wick 5 or 6 or something. Just to have some kind of fucking role in there where he's just part of the Continental or something. If the Continental
Should be Liquid.
Yeah.
If he was in the Continental, that show, that'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be Liquid Snake.
Yeah.
That's who you should be.
Fuck,
Yeah.
that'd be
I'd
That'd be
even
cool.
see him as Solid.
As Solid, yeah.
Yeah.
We could do it. But they already got what's his face, man.
Who?
What's his name? Oscar.
Ah, yeah. But
Yeah.
Oscar isn't tall enough, to be honest.
That's true.
We got a teaser for Sing 2, which ended up being the whole movie at 3.5 minutes.
Literally
It showed
the whole
you
movie.
everything. They didn't even keep the secret character secret for some fucking reason. So it didn't tease anything. This is more like the Money Shot trailer, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
It's
They
the
showed you
compilation.
everything. My God. It was
but
just all at once.
and it's more of the same. Still looks good. Still get McConaughey in
Yeah.
there. All the original cast is coming back, but then we're also joined by Bono as well. That's voicing
Bono.
the secret character. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a new trailer for CODA as well.
Yeah.
This is looking really good, this movie, man.
Fucking right.
This is the awards.
Yeah.
This is what's gonna win awards, man. This is gonna be Apple's first award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, first Oscar, maybe.
Yeah. So this is one we talked about a couple of months ago. That Apple acquired. Because this one is it's this
The Deaf
deaf
Fisherman.
family.
Yeah.
And the youngest daughter wants to go away to college, but she can actually she can hear and
She can hear, yeah.
She wants to go away for singing.
Yeah.
And her family don't want to let her go. And it's her kind of going through that journey of I need to explore life and not be stuck in the shipping company with you. And it looks good. I got to tell you, I cried on the toilet when I watched it.
Yeah.
It looks
You know
pretty
what
emotional.
You know what I think about when is the scene from what's it called? Is the scene from Sicario 2. You know when he's signing to the deaf parents, and they're holding a baby,
Yeah.
and he asks if she can hear,
Yeah.
and they say yeah, and he's like two different worlds.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says to them, should
And
make me sad as hell.
Yeah, man. That's what this is sort of like. Because she is
Yeah.
in two different worlds.
Yeah.
But, Marley Matlin's in this one. And she's the only one that I really recognized. But this shit looks good.
Yeah. It does look good, man.
We got a trailer for Schmigadoon.
Mm.
This is I think it's a series that's going to be on Apple Plus as well.
Yep.
So this is the Keegan-Michael Key starring one.
Yep.
And him and
Who
his
is
wife.
the lady with him?
I can't remember.
Can't remember her.
Some Spanish lady.
I've seen her before.
But she, like, they go hiking and then they kind of like go through this veil of fog. And then on the other side is this town called Schmigadoon.
Mm.
And in Schmigadoon, everything's a fucking musical. So I was like in already.
Yeah.
So they have to find their way out because, like, when they turn around, it's Schmigadoon, like the rest of the land. So it's like they're sort of they're there, and it's sort of like Wizard of Oz where they got to try and get back home. It looked really colorful. It's a comedy, so looks good. I mean,
the musical comedy does look good. Hopefully the songs are like really bad though. That's what I'm expecting.
I don't think they'll ever be like Hamilton level, but like hopefully they.
Nah. We'll see. Yeah. We got a trailer for The Harder They Fall.
Yeah.
The first trailer. Very, very slickly cut together trailer. I was expecting a more, grounded sort of looking film. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're just doing it for the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems very hip.
Yeah, it does. This one is the story about John with that. This one stars John Majors and Idris Elba and Regina King. Yeah, everyone's in here. So John Majors' character Idris Elba, I think, kills his brother or family.
Yeah,
one of the two, and it's his revenge story against him. So I was expecting like this full-on revenge sort of thriller, sort of action movie. Yeah. Doesn't look like that in the trailers. The trailer doesn't make it look like that, but I don't know. Maybe it could still be like that.
Yeah, I mean it's different when you watch it, and it's completely different to the trailer because they might have just made it hip and catchy for the trailer, but like I'm kind of hoping the tone changes. And it's not so like modernized. Like I like that grounded kind of feel in a Western where the revenge is like really, really felt. Like when he finally kills the person or there's a resolution or something, you feel it more like if it's grounded and it's not almost campy and comedic.
Yeah. That's what I'm expecting from that movie with Defoe and Schultz.
Yeah.
Dr. Schultz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. That's the feeling that I expect.
But I'll watch this.
Especially coming from, of course, I gotta watch this. Regina King's in there. You know.
My queen.
We got a first trailer for HBO's The White Lotus as well. So this one is it looks funny and serious and everything. This show. So this revolves around this resort in Hawaii, and just everything that sort of happens within that resort, right? So one of the stories, this one has what's her name? Daddario. Alexandra Daddario in here. And one of the stories is like this, she's on a honeymoon with her husband, but then her husband's mother, the mother-in-law, just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then basically spends time with them on the honeymoon. There's also like it looks like the concierge or whatever it is gets into it with the husband as well.
Yeah.
And there's this little cat and mouse game that's going on there, and
or the
it looks quite good though.
The single woman that like gets one massage and just can't leave this masseuse alone.
Yeah.
But it's
it looks cool, and that's
what were you gonna say? That's what?
That's Stifler's mom as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like apparently it starts with the stories, right? All separate and everything.
Yeah.
But then they just start coming together and it's like boiling and then it just explodes.
That's mad. That concierge is either Kiwi or Aussie, but he looks fucking hilarious in there, man.
Yeah, it looks funny, man.
Yeah.
We got
the
our
trailer.
our second trailer for Shang-Chi. So this one detailed more the father-son relationship between Simu Liu and Tony Leung. And like gave us a bit more action, a bit more insight into the 10 rings. We see a bit more of Aquafina and Michelle Yeoh as well. So it looks like in this movie, Shang-Chi is wrestling with his identity and his his parents. So where he will fall in terms of being a hero and a villain. And during like his travels, it looks like he goes to like a fight club or something like that, and it's not any ordinary fight club because he's fighting Abomination as well.
Yeah, he actually has fins on the face.
Fins
and a loincloth, by the way.
Did he?
Which I found really weird. Yeah, he's actually wearing a loincloth. So either after Hulk beat him down, he grew like big old dick and balls. Or like they just added it for the character now.
Okay.
Like he's actually got a dick.
Okay.
Or whatever he's got.
Right.
Yeah. It's a bit weird.
What do you reckon Abomination's packing in the loincloth?
It's funny because the front of the loincloth looks like a Goku shoe. I was just laughing about it.
Oh, that's fucked.
But it looks good.
The abominable.
It looks good. It looks like it kind of goes through the generations of his family having the 10 rings. And it kind of shows Shang-Chi's his more magical powers as well. So I remember
you also see the luck dragon as well.
Yeah. And another dragon
there,
underwater.
Cool. Yeah.
But I remember Daniel Dustin Cretton, the director, saying like he wanted to make Shang-Chi more than just martial arts master. So like now we can sort of see the magic coming out there.
True.
Yeah. I'm just excited to see the Mandarin, to be honest.
The real Mandarin.
And how he's gonna the real Mandarin, and how he's gonna wield those 10 rings, which aren't really 10 rings on his fingers anymore. It's like rings around his arm, which he can control, which is very cool. And what that tech is, and if it is tech, and if it does have something to do with Stark and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. You didn't get to see as much fighting in this trailer though as well.
No, this one was a lot more action set piece heavy.
Yeah, not a lot of hand-to-hand stuff, which is different. Yeah.
We got our next trailer for Halloween Kills as well. Fucking exciting. We get to figure out how Michael gets out of that fire. Those fucking firefighters not letting him burn to death.
Yeah.
Why you gotta do your job so well, man? But now, what do you call it? This looks exciting. So we got more of Jamie Lee Curtis as well coming through, preparing because she knows that shit's gonna go down again, and they need to get ready because this guy's gonna come through and fuck everyone up.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, it's weird. This one, it's sort of treads that line in between Halloween 2, where Laurie's in the hospital, and then Michael comes to get her, and then like it's weird because it switches then, because then she gets the townsfolk to sort of execute her own little version of town justice.
It looks very action.
This is almost like
Main justice.
But the whole town coming together is very Nightmare on Elm Street-esque. Remember when they all finally realize that it's a fucking issue, and then they all come together to fucking fight Freddy?
Yeah, they've also
Yeah,
done
like
this this mob justice before in Halloween too. And it was which one was
when
it?
did they do it?
It was one of the Halloweens. Shit.
Four?
Might have been 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember they were talking about when they were making kills and how it would reflect on mob justice and all that shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it looks more action heavy than horror heavy for me.
Yeah. It's weird because there's a little scene in there where it looks like he takes out a whole bunch of firefighters with an axe.
Yeah.
And that's just very like, I didn't know Michael Myers was trained like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just funny to me.
Can you imagine?
It came off funny to me.
Yeah.
Can you see Mans doing those fucking axe swings like Gimli? Gimli spinning that shit behind his back.
Badly. That's what I'm expecting.
Fucking Gimli Myers.
As a first sort of real look into how the whole movie is going to be, the camera movements look very different to the classic sort of movements in the first Halloween that we got, the 2018 one. So I hope it doesn't like change the feel of it too much, where it's sort of like, this is very Rob Zombie-ish. Like even Rob Zombie
better
did
not
that.
be.
When Rob Zombie did Halloween and Halloween 2, they feel like completely different movies.
They feel like they should be in their own universe.
Yeah.
Those movies. Yeah. They shouldn't be a part of the current. That whole timeline is fucked up anyway, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. Like the weird sort of like it's weird in that after 3 from Halloween 4 it goes into this weird sort of thing where he's like this fucking part of a cult and whatnot, and there's cult leaders that worship him and all this other nonsense, and he's like this supernatural being and all this other shit. Instead of it just being him that's just fuck crazy, like they gave him a reason to be killing people out there, killing people and shit. It's just weird.
And they do end
I
up
don't know how they're
calling him in that one as well.
Yeah.
Like
It's
put the
wild.
rooms out, then like
Yeah.
turns him against like the people that are trying to like his worshippers and stuff like that.
Oh man.
But yeah,
It's funny.
she does say something similar, right? Every person he kills, he reaches transcendence. Like he's more than just evil.
That's what threw me off a little bit in the trailer. And I was a bit, I was like, don't do this. Please don't do this. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like that was the worst time. Like they did it in Halloween 4, continued it in 5, and then Halloween 6 they just said fuck this, and they got rid of all that bullshit. They were like, nah, it wasn't actually Michael Myers. It was a different person that was just wearing a Michael Myers mask. That's how they retconned the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, it's wild. I can't believe they made
It's
6
wild.
of the originals.
Oh man, but they were hitting. People were watching them. They were hitting. They were making them for like $14 million a pop, if that. Sometimes it was 10. They'd make a shit ton. It was weird because they'd make a shit ton of movie on one, and then the director would come in and be like, yeah, we're going to give you this much budget and everything, and then they'd come through and be like, actually, we're going to give you $4 million less to make your movie. You're like, what the hell's going on here,
Make
man?
it stretch, people.
Like, I wrote the script, like, because of this, and now you're giving me less money? Like, we can't do this now. It was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I want more horror.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we got in this last trailer.
Yeah.
It's the best trailer of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. This shit was exciting. Came out of nowhere as well. So Candyman, we got that next trailer.
Fuck yeah.
So this one really focused on the racial injustice in Chicago, right? So they tell you the story about this other Candyman in Cabrini Green, and he was giving out like sweets and stuff to kids, and then razor blades started showing up in the candy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they go out, they find this guy, they chase him down, they fucking kill him. 3 weeks later, more razor blades. So he wasn't the fucking Candyman.
No, it wasn't.
And it like now it feels like they're targeting them.
Yeah.
So then
It's almost like when mob justice goes wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like if you look back at the first Candyman, that's how they killed him.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that. But this looks good in terms of like ratcheting up that horror. They do a lot of like sort of saying the name.
Yeah.
And it's like he brings him back. He resurrects him.
It's almost like they've forgotten the story.
Yeah.
And now they're remembering it.
So and that's the other thing Nia DaCosta was saying was that gentrification doesn't fix the past.
No, it doesn't. It just puts a nice new coat of paint on it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing it does.
Yeah.
I actually saw a really good piece about something like that, about the past. And it's like, to put it into perspective, let's say you're a person who hates disabled people, right? And you build a hotel built specifically to keep disabled people out. So entries, exits, any way of getting around this hotel, disabled people can't actually make it through, as in like mobily disabled. But then, let's say that person passes away and someone else inherits the business that doesn't hate disabled people. But then disabled people still can't actually get into the hotel. So I guess the analogy they're trying to use is that just because you're not part of the problem doesn't mean that you don't have a role in fixing and moving forward as well.
That's right. Can I just say that we kind of called that he would be the little boy from the very first Candyman movie?
Yeah.
Can we say that?
I don't think so because it looks like he's the little
It's
boy.
the same name. It's the same name. It's Anthony. It's the same fucking name, B. And that's his link to Cabrini.
But what's his face? Is he the kid in the first Candyman or the Candyman story that they tell with the guy giving out the lollies?
No. He's the kid from the first Candyman.
Because the way I seen it, the way they kind of portrayed it was that he was the kid that was getting the lollies and finding razor blades and shit.
No, I the way I saw it was that was just their new Candyman legend.
Yeah.
It's not the original.
Yeah.
Whereas the original is because for me it just makes sense because his connection to Candyman is so strong, right? I mean, as a baby, he's taken by the Candyman. Yeah, he spent serious time with him.
You're probably right. You're probably right. Like a lot of the times when we get like a sequel down the line, the connection is always, hey, it was in the first movie. We're just bringing this minor character back to be a main.
Yeah. So he's the
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, exactly. He's because what's her face kills his mother. Remember?
Yeah.
Virginia Madsen. Virginia Madsen kills his mother.
Yeah.
There's an awesome scene in that trailer of her turning around, Virginia Madsen turning around, and him looking at her, and in the mirror you see the Candyman in the background. It's fucking awesome, man.
Which trailer?
And it looks eerie as fuck.
In this trailer?
In that new trailer. Yeah.
I watched this trailer three times, and I did not see that scene.
You know how she's in the bathroom and she turns around, and he's standing outside?
Yeah.
If you look in the mirror, you see the Candyman standing there.
Holy shit.
Look in the mirror. Yeah. It's unreal, man. It's so cool. It's scary as fuck.
Yeah. I can't wait to watch this.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
And this is like a month
I can't wait.
away.
Yeah, but this better be in our fucking cinemas. I swear. I swear there's better release in our cinemas.
Hopefully we're out of lockdown by then.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Cinemas now only open like 7th of July. It's like, oh yeah, we're launching
We-
with Black Widow. Champion.
We were booked in today and everything to see fucking Fast and Furious, and then got a little email from Event Cinemas. Hey, it's canceled. Party's canceled.
Yeah. Obviously, family can't keep the cinemas
288
open.
exposure sites.
Nah, not family. They need those fucking dinosaurs.
you know what they did? You know what Fast and Furious did? They made an advanced remix version of "Breathe," the Prodigy song.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Put it away.
And that's it for trailers this week.
Yeah.
Take us out there, BD. That'd be you with the glasses.
It's you, T-Dog.
Which one? Which one? All right, so this sorry, I was like fucking tabbed out on my fucking iPad. It switched off. So Disney was talking about Spider-Man's marketing. Michael Keaton.
Skeet.
Sorry, I don't have COVID. I swear.
Now my test came
so they
back
were
negative.
Basically going through.
Same.
Yeah. So they were talking about the marketing on Spider-Man, and I'm trying to recall the article now because I did read it.
So basically, they were just patting them on the back, right?
Yeah.
Marvel's VP of marketing. He basically just said, "Hey, Sony's doing a real good job of their marketing, even though we haven't seen fuck all for Spider-Man. What is it called? Home Slice. The next one, Far From Home.
No way.
No way.
No Way Home. That's the one. We haven't seen anything for Spider-Man No Way Home. But he said, don't talk to me about their marketing, basically, because Sony is looking after that. He said they don't have to qualify and greenlight anything with us because it's their movie. He said, but Sony do really, really well in terms of like checking with us and making sure everything's lined up so that when we do go into that marketing phase, like it's good for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's good balance. Which to me sounds like we're getting a Spider-Man trailer soon. So the rumors are that it could be in front of Black Widow.
Someone tweeted that recently, and they were like, it's confirmed that it's on copies of Black Widow, and this guy just replied back saying, this is false. It's not on any of the copies that we have. A cinema owner. It's not on there.
Fuck.
Yeah, I didn't see this.
Did you see how Sony? You go.
I didn't see this dropping until we get another what's his face trailer. What's that other Marvel movie that's coming out? Eternals. Yeah, I didn't see this dropping until Eternals.
True.
Yeah.
Or there's another. What's the next big NBA game?
It'd be the finals.
Is there a final or
yeah,
a playoff?
It'd be the finals, NBA finals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we have like
when that drops? That's when we'll get it.
7 weeks, 6 weeks, I think.
I'm cool. Yeah.
Because Sony has been trolling people.
Big
they were like, new Spider-Man trailer, and they had Spider-Man No Way Home on the side of a semi-trailer.
I love it.
What do you call it? I'm cool with No Way Home coming out, but I'll be a little bit disappointed if the fourth one isn't called Spider-Man Country Road, Take Me Home.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'm saying.
That's how it needs to be.
And all the music needs to be done by John Denver.
By Mark Strong.
Yeah. That John Denver was full of shit, man.
So good.
And that's it. All the news this week. It's a wrap. What you watch there, fellas? Actually, we all watched Loki.
Yes, we did.
And it was a big old short episode.
Fucking 31 minutes, mate.
Yeah. And a nice little team up with Loki and Sylvie.
Sylvie, yeah.
So she's chosen to call herself Sylvie.
Uh-huh.
So this is their trip. So on the other side of them, like, you know, walking through that portal, they were going to go to the TVA.
Mm-hmm.
Then Loki thwarts Sylvie's plans completely.
That she does.
They then fight for, like, you know, a good 5 minutes trying to work shit out, and they end up fucking up that tempad, the thing that lets them open up the portals and shit to go anywhere they want, whenever they want.
Mm-hmm.
And the last destination they go is this fucking planet that this moon is going to crash into.
Mm-hmm.
So they got 12 hours to now recharge this tempad. So they need a massive
amount of energy.
To recharge it.
Yeah.
You know, when they said they were on, like, the moon was going to crash into them, for a fucking second, I thought they were on fucking Titan.
Yeah.
And they were on, like, the other side of it, and Thanos was fucking... Poof.
That would have been fucking crazy. That's what I thought as well. So they end up sort of trying to work each other out.
And understand each other a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Loki really wants to work together.
Yeah.
And she really doesn't give a fuck.
Nah. It doesn't look like she cares much. It's just the mission. She just cares about the mission. Yeah.
Whereas Loki's a bit looser as well.
Extremely loose,
like
this guy, man.
And doing fucking magic everywhere and shit. It was pretty cool.
It was cool.
I liked it, man. I really liked this episode, just in terms of character development for both of them.
Yeah. We didn't get, and I don't think we got anything of Owen Wilson and all them on this episode. We got like 5 minutes, maybe 2 seconds of Gugu and Bathu Raw, and then that was it.
Yeah,
we called a wrap.
We did get a nice little piece of Loki talking about Frigga, his mother.
Yeah.
And sort of like her teaching him magic,
and
also her influence on him, which was mad. Like it was such a good humanizing piece for Loki. Like the whole series, I feel like is them trying to make him more relatable.
Yeah. So we also, like, the internet's been on fire right now because he said that he had both a lot of boyfriends and girlfriends. So yeah,
I didn't give a shit.
I didn't get.
Like for me, it wasn't like, you know, like I didn't flinch when he said that sort of shit.
No.
You know what I mean? I didn't take it as, oh, Loki, like, you know, I didn't know that he was bisexual.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit.
Like, I didn't care. I didn't care at all.
Yeah, but I'm also glad that they didn't play that off like a mic drop either.
Yeah.
Like it was just casually in the conversation.
Yeah.
And, like we're off to the next thing. And Sylvie was talking about like she's got someone at the end of the mission.
Yeah.
That she wants to get back to. I almost think like in the future, because her name's Sylvie, and Sylvie is also the name of Enchantress, right?
Yeah.
Enchantress also hooks up with Loki.
Okay.
In that Hulk verse, she's the one that enchants the Hulk. And she's with Loki. So what if her getting back to that bow is actually Loki?
Yeah. So Loki's literally going to go fuck himself then.
I honestly don't think she's even a Loki.
I don't think so either. The other thing that we got from this episode was that everyone at the TVA is variant. Yeah. That's the big thing.
One.
Like everyone is a variant. Like everyone. Like that means. I don't think those timekeepers is real, son.
Nah.
I think it's fake and made up, and the none of what they do will actually impact the timelines. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So they could literally do anything. they could go through and kill Captain America if they wanted to, and it still wouldn't affect the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So I wonder if this is going to have like sort of repercussions for Endgame, where they thought it was like a new timeline,
You thought.
but it really changes fuck all.
Yeah, it didn't change a thing. That's what I'm thinking. It's interesting. Really, really interesting. I really love this episode. I really wish it wasn't so short though. When it wrapped up, I was like, "What is going on here, man? Like, this is just getting going. I got 20 minutes in here."
We got that nice little one shot as well.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Which is pretty cool, like them trying to find their way onto that aircraft, onto that shuttle.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when they're running through, an asteroid just comes through and just blows that bitch up, man.
Jeez. Yeah. I liked it though.
I enjoyed it.
I can't wait. Can't wait until Wednesday, man.
Same. You know, it was fucking hard. So I didn't watch it Wednesday night.
Dang.
I watched it. I watched it Friday night.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So dodging all those fucking spoilers was insane.
I didn't send shit through either, which was good.
I know. Because usually, sometimes we lead with the spoiler.
I only watched it.
Oh,
oh shit!
I watched it fucking 3 hours ago.
Wow.
Or some shit, man.
Nah, man. Because of spoilers, I have to watch
The
it
weird thing
on the
is-
night. Like, I think I watched Loki at like 11:30 on. No, I didn't.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
No, it was like 9:30 or something. I was like in bed, dying,
Jason.
half dead. It was bad.
What were you going to say there, Matto? You said weird thing is?
Weird thing is, I didn't even try and avoid the spoilers. They just stayed the fuck
That's
away
good.
from me. I was on Twitter all day, every day as well. and
Teflon
still
Don
not-
over here.
No. Teflon dong. Fucking hell, I watched Ronan yesterday, and he was like, "Fucker sprayed his bullets with Teflon." It's like, how do you spray your bullets with Teflon, mate? Like, how do you do that?
What else did you watch there?
I watched Fatherhood. It was quite good. It's the best
Kevin Hart performance.
best Kevin Hart. I don't know if some of them tears was real. It looked a little CG.
CG tears would be wild.
What you mean? Have you seen the end of Blood Diamond?
Nah.
So
I
they
was
make.
halfway through that movie.
So do I, because that I'm sorry, Leo, but that South African accent is terrible. Rhodesia. They didn't like the performance of Jennifer Connelly, or they wanted to add more emotion, so they added a tear to her eye, but they make the tear come from the middle of her eye, which is damn near impossible, right? Like your tears don't work like that. Yeah, it was just crazy. They just added a CG tear to a performance. It's fucked. Yeah, but it was just really good. I wish there was more Lil Rel in there, but yeah, that's the only thing. I watched Shark Night, which is trash. I don't know why I watched that movie.
Is there any good bits in there? Because David E. Kelly, I think directed this one. The same guy that did Final Destination 2 and Snakes on a Plane.
And what's his face? Lake Placid. It's a Donnie Darko guy, yeah?
No.
The same guy. Oh, David R.
That's
Kelly?
Richard Kelly.
That's Richard Kelly. My bad. Nah, man. This is terrible. They made a PG-13 bloody shark movie, which is impossible. Like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. I watched Ring of Fire, which was just next level. Like, it was just what I needed on the night. Like, it was just so good, that movie. So good.
Do you
I watched
remember
Mad.
tracking that movie
Yes. Do you remember how excited we
on
were?
ET?
Yeah,
Fucking big time.
man. It was just like we were so excited for that movie. It was like Bale, and Bale like had just been announced as well as the new Batman.
Yeah.
Because and we had, and then after that no, it was that, and then we saw him in Equilibrium, and then he was cast as new Batman. We were like, this is the best, because we
Yeah.
called Bale as soon as we saw Patrick Bateman. We were like, that's Bruce Wayne, like that's what we want Bruce Wayne to be,
Yeah.
Batman. And then he got it, and we were mad excited, and it was good. I watched Maverick, which is really good. There's nice little throwbacks to Lethal Weapon and whatnot. It is a Dick Donner film. There's also a nice little throwback to Superman, because What's Her Face is in there, Lois Lane.
Margot Kidder.
Margot Kidder's in there. Yeah. I watched In the Heart of the Sea, I watched Ronin, and then I finished off with Thunderheart.
I feel like not many people talk about Thunderheart.
I it I thought it was gonna be like the same story that there was in the new movie Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Like I thought it sort of is like that.
Yeah.
That you do find out that they are sort of drilling on Indian land and whatnot, and poisoning water and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this is
Yeah.
supposedly it's an amalgamation of all these other true stories that actually happen. Yeah.
Wow.
And Val Kilmer plays like this. He's half Native American, half American, really. And yeah, he hates that side of him. He doesn't really know about that side of him, and yeah,
Yeah.
hates his father, who was Native American, and yeah, he just
Jeez.
didn't understand his father. Yeah,
Kilmer
yeah.
opening up the clinic on this one?
Nah, no, not at all. Nah,
Yeah.
nah. So it's weird because it was it shot beautifully, because it's done by the goat, fucking what's his face,
Deek?
the Deke. Shot by the
Really?
Deke, man. Yeah, the
This must be
goat.
one of his earliest.
Yeah, it would have been. Well, he would have on this one. He would have actually had Connie there with him, right, advising him. That was his
Depends.
guy.
Yeah.
No.
Probably
This was
called him up.
done. Yeah, this was done early, man. It was done way, way early before what's his face. This was done in the 1990s, B. So this was way
Oh, shit.
before. Yeah, this is way before Connie actually passed away. Conrad actually passed
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Which would have been like 2000 or something with Road to Perdition.
Yeah. 2000, nearly 2002. Remember, I was in like year 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild shit.
But yeah,
Very good there, dog.
yeah, that was it. That was the week.
I can
Did
dig
you
it.
watch that,
You watched
Beatty?
there.
So I watched The Fog, the remake of the John Carpenter one.
Is this the one with Tom Welling?
Yeah, it was the one with Tom Welling.
Yes, it is.
How was it?
It was alright. It was actually alright. I didn't mind it. It wasn't that scary at all, to be honest, but I don't know if this was marketed as a horror movie. That fine ass Selma Blair is in here, though. Please.
Please.
But no, I didn't mind this. But then, I don't know, it just felt real flat, that movie. And there was just like bits and pieces in there that you didn't understand at all. I don't know, have you guys watched the remake of this movie?
No, I haven't watched the original either. But I remember, like,
Yeah, me
isn't
neither.
the premise of the movie, this fog rolls into town, and with it, like, the dead rise, like these dead pirates and stuff?
Yeah, so, like, fucking, there was just, like, a whole bunch of fucking shenanigans that went around back in the 1800s. And some dudes got fucked over, and then they put a curse on the town.
Shenanigans.
Give them the shenanigans then. And then,
they hit him with the shenanigans.
They uncovered this fucking, like, the items from back then, and it just brings the fog in, and these dudes come through, and they're trying to reclaim the land, essentially. It was alright. Like, it's actually not too bad a watch, to be honest.
Okay.
But But then I watched House of Wax, the remake as well, and I fucking loved it, eh?
Wow.
Yeah, really, really fucking enjoyed that shit. Did you believe that fucking Zemeckis was, like, produced that shit?
This is Ghost House, wasn't it? So it would have been Zemeckis and Sam Raimi.
So this was Dark Castle.
Dark Castle, sorry. That's the one. Isn't it Zemeckis and Sam Raimi?
So I can't remember seeing Raimi's name, but I remember seeing the Zem himself.
Invader Zem.
Fucking, I enjoyed the shit out of this movie, man. I don't know what it was, but I just really fucking liked it.
Was it Paris Hilton buying the farm?
Yeah, it was. It was. Like, if I ever have a real bad day, I'll just put that scene on. But I forgot how fucking hardcore this movie was as well. Like, when they catch Padalecki and they wax him up like that, pause, and then...
wax that ass. Pause.
And fucking the dude comes through and finds him there as the wax figure and goes to go touch his face and then peels the fucking skin off?
Yeah.
Fucking wild, dog. Yeah.
Doesn't it peel his mouth off or something like that?
Peels his whole fucking face off, and that dude comes through with the machete and cuts it, so you just see like half his face fucking gone. You see the teeth, but the eyes are still fucking moving like that.
That's fucked.
Yeah. Fucking couldn't believe it, man. But nah, it was actually alright, that fucking movie. I really enjoyed it. Fucking, I forget his name from One Tree Hill, where he plays Eliza Cuthbert's brother. He was alright in there.
Oh, yeah.
Casual badass, but yeah.
Not bad.
I actually really, really fucking liked it. Other than that, it was just the 12th episode of Megalobox, coming up to the final one now. Shit is heating up, man. It's ramping up.
Is he ready to fight?
Ramping.
The episode literally ends with them, like, almost, like, walking to their corner. So, you know, this last episode is going to be 30 minutes of fucking fight and flashbacks.
Must have a flashback for every punch, thank you. My childhood.
That's bad.
Oh, fuck, I'm excited.
My father.
My mother. She was all...
Jesus. Did you watch My Hero? Academia?
No. I'm going to watch it shortly after.
Very good. Very good.
Good. Would you watch there, Big Dog?
I checked out Luca with Brody. This was unbelievable, this movie. So another awesome fucking offering from the old Pixar Oues. This one focusing on like the coastal Italian towns. And what I really liked was that they it wasn't like it was like mainland Italy. It focused on what makes those coastal towns in Italy so different. So like seafood and like their chases and their races and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really good. They respected the Italian culture.
Very good.
And the story was good as well. So it was more like sort of the family you choose and adapting and sort of your kids going out in the world. So of course I fucking cried at the end of the movie in between like Brody and Weave.
Did B look at you really weird?
Nah.
Fucking you on today?
It's the second time you've cried.
This man is on one.
Nah, but he really enjoyed it, weirdly. And it was like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, shit.
And he watched the whole thing. It wasn't like he was like on his iPad and shit like that. He watched it.
Shit.
And then I watched all the indies, and they were awesome.
Very good.
And weirdly, through Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I was in right up until Shire shows up. And then I was out.
It's weird, eh?
You just like...
It's weird that it happens like that.
It changes the feel of the movie completely. I could take the fridge flipping, the atomic blast, all that stuff. But then Shire just rocks up and it's like, well, it's not really like a classic indie movie now.
No.
It's just like...
Would you have preferred for Shortstop to show up, like older Shortstop?
Yeah, but like I find it better when Indy's the coolest person there and no one's like trying to take the spotlight from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched Speed, and all I could think of at the end of that movie was, can you imagine being the first people to see Speed? And just being like sweating after that first set piece in the elevators?
Oh no!
My mouth would have been like dry as fuck after that.
I would have drank my whole Coke in that movie.
and how
Just in that.
There you go.
Just in that first sequence.
Big time. And held that piss in for the next hour.
Pause. Fucking badly. I'd be dancing in my seat.
There's no post-credit sequences there.
That whole $23 fucking medium popcorn would have been finished in that first fucking scene, man.
It usually is. I kill my large in the trailers.
Yeah, man.
That is correct.
Yeah, because you can't get enough popcorn in your mouth as well. So you start real conservative, but then it's just the shovel at the end.
I start with the shovel, and it's usually the vacuum, like the vacuum method, where I suck the popcorn and then like create the suction on my mouth.
See, for me, I start like Homer when he's talking about fucking rationing, and he's like, It goes from there. That's it for me.
So the trick is to take little dainty bites.
And then I watched Up in the Air, and like the whole time I'm watching it, I'm feeling like Up in the Air is almost like corporate Life of Pi. In terms of like through destruction comes creation. And everyone fucking nailed it. Everyone is on point in this movie. But like Anna Kendrick's ponytail looks like Vincent's in fucking Pulp Fiction.
It does.
Tough.
You never have a ponytail. But I really enjoyed the movie in terms of like where it took you. Like there wasn't like this happy ending. You didn't figure everything out. And like the character that you're left with is not the character that you start the movie with, but he doesn't say anything like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that or anything like that. But you just know through the journey, things are going to happen now. I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie.
So
also
good.
enjoyed Vera Farmiga walking to that bed with just a tie on as well. This was also a very good
As
thing.
did I.
Also a very good thing.
Fucking sexy.
So you see the scene, you're just doing that fucking rewind the whole time.
Do the A-B repeat on it.
A-B repeat. Wow.
And then I finished out the week with Lisa's story. Which, like, it's been 4 episodes now. The next episode, I expect some shit to happen. Like, for the last 2 episodes, she's just been sitting by this fucking pool remembering shit. And I'm like, the fucking show's got to start, mate. You know what I mean? There's only so long I'm going to hold on.
You're going to jump in or what, cunt?
I know.
Fucking hurry up.
I remember everything about my father.
If this shit ends with, like, 6 episodes, I'm going to be very cunty. Very, very upset.
They will. They're going to leave you on
better
a shit
not.
cliffhanger.
Like,
They're going to catch you.
Isn't this a
I
one
hope
and
so.
done?
But I hope it's like at least 10 episodes. Because they've kind of like, they've done 4 episodes of setup. Like I was thinking, I've just watched 2 episodes and I'm going to watch the 3rd now. No, we're on to the 4th already. By the 4th, I expect to be like, you know, very well looked after and invested.
You expect the story hole to be nice and lubricated for entry.
I want to be Invader Zem.
Fucking Bobby Z in the place to be, man. You know that motherfucker called himself Bobby Z as well.
I never take anyone serious with the last name Z.
I know.
If they just initialed it. And that's it. That is a wrap. It's been real fucking weird not being in the same room with you, Oues.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I
in
don't
the
like
next hopefully in the next 2 weeks we can chop it up in person. What's his face?
Yeah.
You can reach us on all social media: Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're also on Spreaker, where we host our podcasts, and YouTube under LogoSmith Media. So check us out there. The links will be in the description of our episode. And we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. So love yourselves and love movies.
Yep. Stay safe, everyone who's in Sydney or even just around the world, to be honest. And vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.